Hi, it's Tanisha and I'm coming to you with this quick video. Hopefully it will help. It's my first video and it will help with everybody who is terrified of a dreaded exam season that is coming up shortly. Alright. So countless students are overwhelmed with anxiety and panic attacks which affect how they will perform and how they will approach their studies during this season. Of course, you know that some of these students are good students who have good coursework, and then there's some other students who just, fluff and waste time until exams. So this list of things, I think I have 7 things that I want to say that should help you to take a more strategic approach and get some better results. All right. So don't be a bum and waste all the time and then freak out and go into your exam not knowing what the hell to do. Get overwhelmed because you try to study the last day and then you don't know what to do, and then you're just sitting in your exam looking hopeless and thinking that you're, you should jump off a cliff or something, and then having to suffer through all of the break period thinking about how you've done wrong, and then you having to do over all of this when you could have done it properly the first time and not have to do that ever again. Alright, so don't be that person. Be awesome, alright, and do good in your exams. Be strategic and start studying early with a custom approach for your exam schedule. So for example, if you have 3 exams back to back and you have a big long space in between, you have to study simultaneously for those 3 exams, because if you only study for the first one or the hardest one, then you won't have the space in the end to really do justice to the last 1 or 2 exams that you might have at the end. And the exam people, they always do something crazy like that, where you get big long break and then you have 2 exams on the same day or clashing or the next day or something crazy like that. Alright, this one I should have put first. You definitely want to get your material, your class notes, PowerPoint or lecture content, supporting materials such as your textbooks, recommended websites. You don't want to be going on any website though. You want to get the recommended websites. You might be suggested peer review articles or journal articles from your lecturer or from your course outline and stuff like that. You definitely want to get those and anything else in your position, but the key is to get them like weeks in advance of your exam. So ideally you want to get them as soon as you cover the material or prior to covering the material in classes, but we're all human, so go ahead and get those as you're getting closer to your exam. So probably several weeks before. Make sure you have everything in your possession. All right, make sure that you go ahead and go get everything in your possession weeks before your exam. Now the third point that I want to make is so that you can use multiple activity study approach. So you definitely want to be brainstorming exam questions, brainstorming answers. You also want to physically write exam answers. You definitely want to create flashcards or critical. It doesn't have to be flashcards. It could be note form in something in a book, in addition to the notes that you probably took during lectures. You want to make mnemonics or any other memory aids that you find useful, that you remember that were useful for you. So if it is making a sound recording, audio recording that is, or drawing stuff or mind mapping or whatever is useful for you, right? If you gotta be singing and marching and all that stuff, because at the university level, they want and they expect that you should remember a lot of stuff. All right, you should be able to list stuff and all that. Also, you have to, the fourth point I want to make is for you to be realistic and ambitious in order to get your A's. You're gonna have to be so prepared that you flatter the examiner. All right, so you're gonna be studying like you expect them to interrogate you orally. So you have to be able to explain the material, put it in your own words, put another twist on it. You have to come at it with a different approach, because sometimes questions are not gonna ask you define this or what is ABC. It's gonna say suppose a situation like that and that, what would you do for that, right? So it's gonna come at you in an angle, and under exam conditions, this might be tricky. So you definitely want to wrap your mind around the exam. You also want to be studying and marching and singing things so that you can retain it and you're able to regurgitate it under exam situations. You don't want to be sitting in an exam coming like this. Oh yes, I know this, or I read this, I remember, I can see the page that I looked at, or the screen on my computer where I actually look at this, but you just can't remember details. You definitely don't want to be doing that. You want to have material on the tip of your, I don't know, brain, tongue, ready to be written on your script to be turned in. All right. The fifth point I want to make is that you should cover all of your course content and not just the things that you feel comfortable with. All right. So yes, you're going to identify past papers. Yes, you're going to have your own questions and stuff like that that you definitely want to answer, but you also have to be so prepared that you cover everything, and you can go ahead and write these things and make answers for questions. And you want to make your answers so that they're extremely ambitious, because you're only going to be able to remember, even though you're studying all of that material, you're going to only be able to reproduce 50 to 75% of that. So your answer must be a 120% answer in order to get something like a 95% or a 90%. All right, it's going to be a 200% answer rather to get a 95%. Otherwise, you're going to be forgetting an example, forgetting illustrations and stuff like that. The stuff that will make your answer real good. The sixth point that I want to make is for you to consult and team up with your overachieving peers and contribute to their success by sharing material with them and letting them share material with you, because oftentimes a lot of material that you've not seen turn up. Past paper questions that you've not seen, other people have them. Books or material that you've not seen, other people have them. All right. It's also useful to become in a camaraderie kind of situation, so that if you're late or you forgot to wake up, somebody will help you. But the key thing is not to spend all of your time. All right. So I've seen this work for me, where my friends master a topic and I master a topic, and we explain it to each other. We teach each other the topic. So that's work for me. But we don't spend all the time working together. We work on our own probably 75% of the time, and then we spend time together working on stuff. All right. And the final point that I want to make is for you to realize that this final month of sacrifice, or month or 2 months or 6 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever period the exam is, and the period before it, is a sacrifice that you just have to make. And if you make a good sacrifice and come up with the good results that you expect, it will allow you to enjoy your Christmas or your summer break, and it will minimize or eliminate the potential of summer school or repeating a course. So just do it properly once and finish. All right. So I can also suggest how to actually tackle an exam question in order to get a B plus to a A plus. I will show you what an A plus or a B plus answer to a question is. If you're really interested in that, just put it, in the comments below, and I'll be happy to make a video like that. This is my first video, so subscribe and like it so that I can know that I can, improve and do more of these things. And I apologize, there's no frills and excitement, there are no text coming across. I'm just gonna upload this. But if you like it and if you found it valuable and useful, go ahead and like, thumbs up, and subscribe so that you can get more stuff. All right, or be notified of when I do more stuff. Thank you so much, and have a good night and all the best this exam season. No freaking out, no turning up at the health center. Just go do what you can do, because you are talented. You got this far, you have the potential. All right. So if you don't want to be in university and you don't want to do your exams, fine, you don't have to do any exams. But if you want to do exams, might as well go and pass your exams rather than fail. All right. Bye.